Welcome everyone to week 6 of Finding Your Voice English 1021. So it's exciting news. I mean, we have, you guys have already completed your first draft of your TED Talk. You already did all the rhetorical analysis. So now is the time to put all the skills together and persuade me. So what we're doing this week is persuasion. And it is actually, it's rooted, I wanted you guys to do this exercise because as I said out last week, I was selected for a TED Talk. Well, part of that entails that after the processes, you first submit a form, which you have created your TED Talk, and then they tell you, all right, you got to persuade me. Why should we pick you to stand on stage on the red dot? So I've already uploaded a PowerPoint, and what I want to do is go over it. So first, what is persuasive writing? By the way, let's start with some misconceptions. Persuasive writing is not manipulation. It's not trickery. It's not about fooling people into agreeing with you. It's not just about stating your opinion louder than anyone else or ignoring the fact that a reasonable person might disagree with you. And here's the most important thing. It's not just an academic exercise that ends when you leave my classroom. Like I said, I had to use this type of writing to convince the organizers at the TED Talk at the University of Essex to give me a shot. So let's start with the anatomy of persuasive writing. Real persuasive writing follows a specific formula. You start with a clear claim, which you're already familiar with, your central argument. Remember, the central argument is the heart of your talk, is the heart of any essay that you craft. Then you support it with facts, real evidence that backs up your position. But here's where most people stop, and that's a mistake. You also need to acknowledge counterfacts and evidence that might challenge your position and address those counterclaims, what your opponents may actually argue. When you put all four of those all together honestly and completely, that's when you get real persuasion. So let me give you an example. A weak argument may sound something like this. My talk is important because I'm passionate about it. This is not giving me any facts. It's not addressing any weaknesses or any reasons why it wouldn't be, why it may be less important, or why there may be other talks that may be more important. Instead, a stronger argument sounds something like, my talk addresses the gap between AI anxiety and practical preparation, shown by recent surveys indicating 78% of workplace fear, but only 23% actual skill development. While critics argue that adaptation will happen naturally, historical precedence shows intentional preparation accelerates positive outcome. You can see the difference. Here, I have taken facts from an argument. I've also addressed counterclaims, and then I counter those counterclaims. And in a way, you say, I win, here's where I lose, but these are my facts that truly support my position, therefore I win. Think of it that way. I mean, I hate to put it in terms of winning and losing or, pluses and minuses, but that's something that you're going to be doing throughout this. So what is persuasive writing? It's strategic communication with a clear purpose. It's about analyzing and responding to specific objectives and constraints, like the theme you have been working with. It builds bridges between your vision and what your audience actually needs. It means anticipating and addressing legitimate concerns before they've even raised. This is the foundational professional advocacy. What does this sound like already? Rhetorical analysis, which you have already done. Remember, you're appealing to logos, pathos, ethos, but you're also considering the situation and the audience. Those are so you guys already have this, so don't worry about it. You got this. Then let's talk about the real world applications. You will use this skill constantly when you propose a new initiative at work, request resources or budget increases, pitch to clients or stakeholders, advocate for policy change, even in personal situations, convincing your landlord to fix something, planning major decisions with your family. Every time you need to say yes to something that matters to you, you're using persuasive writing and persuasive skills. Now, here comes the fun part, your challenge. Analyze the objective. Your theme is for the TED Talk that you will present at the end of the semester. Because up to this point, I said write about anything, but now I want you to hone it in. The theme is threats of tomorrow in yesterday's past. How can we thrive in the age of AI? Notice how specific this is. What does this theme demand of your talk? How does your topic connect past wisdom to future AI challenges? What does your thrive mean in specific contexts? This analysis isn't separate from your persuasive argument. It becomes part of it. And more importantly, you need to show me that you understand what's been asked of you. Furthermore, then you have to look at your talk, right? And whether you're talking about immigration, prison reform, respect for your elders, pursuing your dreams at a later age, it doesn't matter. Everyone's getting affected by AI. So how can we prepare? And that's what you're going to be doing. Here's the real deal. I went through this process for my TEDx at the University of Essex. So I know what I'm talking about because I went through it. I started with an idea I was passionate about that I had to make it fit the specific theme. I had to demonstrate why my topic mattered, why I was the right person to deliver it, and what impact it will have. The selection committee asked tough questions. They wanted to not just know what my talk was about, but why it was necessary, why it was an idea worth spreading. And that's exactly what you'll be doing. You'll have 2 weeks to convince me that your talk deserves the green light. Don't worry, I'll be there to support you along the way so you can convince me. Write 3 to 4 pages, between 750,000 words. Use everything you know about rhetoric and persuasive writing. Remember our theme, threats of tomorrow in yesterday's past. How can we thrive in the age of AI? Show how your topic connects past wisdom to future AI challenges. Demonstrate what you thrive means in this context. This will help you refine your talk that right now some of you may be like, oh my God, I don't know how to narrow it down or how to make it specific. It will help you refine your 8 to 10 minute talk. You're not just describing your talk, you're making the case as to why it matters. And remember, something that I've told a lot of you, when you do rhetorical analysis, you always ask the question, why? Now you're going to ask the question, why? And answer it. Follow your to-do list, which is review this PowerPoint, watch this video, draft using your persuasive formula that I've explain on detail as a PowerPoint. Email your classmates, email me for feedback, resubmit as many times as you want. This is your chance to practice a skill you'll use for the rest of your professional life. Ready to make the case? Let's have fun.